Welcome to the Innovation Squadcast. If you are looking for a podcast about instructional strategies enhanced by technology, you came to the right place. In our conversations, we will talk with tech experts, share ideas and strategies to help you build your toolbox with tools that you can use in your class immediately.
Welcome to Innovation Squadcast. Today we are talking top time-saving keyboard shortcuts. In this episode, we will discuss our favorite top time-saving keyboard shortcuts that you'll be able to use this school year, found in Google Chrome, Windows, and just general keyboard shortcuts. Before we get started, let's pause for this week's tech tip. This week's tech tip is Google Chips inside of Google Documents. These can be used inside of Docs, Slides, and other Google Suite applications. So we're going to look here inside of Google Docs, and we're talking about a Google Chip. We're going to hit the Shift, and we're going to hit number 2, which is the @ symbol, and then it is going to pull up our chip menu. You can see here now we can add in people. So if I add in a person, it will gray it out. That'll allow this thing to be clickable, and then pulls up the person, pulls up their information, allows you to email, schedule events, etc. I'm going to just pick through some of the ones that are the most applicable to education here, but there are, again, a bunch of other chips in here as well. We can add in dates. We can say that, 21st, start of school. Boom, we got ourselves a date in here as well. We can we can add in stopwatch. We can put in a timer. So if you're working inside of a Google Doc with some people, we need to put a 5-minute timer on this. We can add that in as well. And the timer will keep running as we keep working through this as well. We can put in tasks. So we can assign those tasks out inside of that Google Doc to the people that it needs to be assigned to. We can put in our voting chip. So if we needed to vote, this tech tip gets a thumbs up. Let's give it that. So let's make sure we got that. And then the last thing I want to highlight are creating calendar events as well. Actually, two things I want to add. Number one is calendar events. This will give you a nice kind of clean table to be able to add in any kind of calendar events for your tech tips. And the final one, and another one, is our files. You can type the file that you're looking for. So if I was looking for, some show notes from previous episode, I can bring those back as well. And you can start kind of, pulling up what's going in and attaching it. Or you can look for, I was just working in this document. If you scroll down to the bottom, kind of the last couple files you were working in will show up as well, plus any other calendar events that you have that you could attach to this document as well. So that is using Google Chips inside of your Google applications. Hope you enjoyed that tech tip. I am Jimmy Kate.
I'm Pam Hubler.
And I'm Eileen Fernandez-Parker.
And we are Innovative Learning Coordinators at Berkeley County School District. And today, again, we are talking about top time-saving keyboard shortcuts. And we just want to be able to remind our teachers and all educators out there that these are some things out there that will be able to save you some time. And we're going to jump right into our Google Chrome shortcuts, and the one that I think we all love, and probably when we remind teachers of this one, they go, oh yeah, I remember that one, and that is Control-Shift-T, and that will open your last closed tab. So if you accidentally closed a tab and you were working and you needed it back, you can hit that Control-Shift-T, and that will open up your last closed tab. And then you're also able to, like you told me, that you can actually do it multiple times. So if you closed, I needed that tab 5 tabs ago, you can just keep going back until you find the one that you need.
Exactly.
Yep. And then Control-N opens a new window, and then Control-T will open up a new tab in the current window that you're in. So those are good ones.
Yeah, Those are really quick time-saving ones as well.
This is one that I only just learned, so I'm loving this. Control-D will save the current page that you are on as a bookmark. And I'm using it all the time now. Yeah. Just love it.
Yeah, that is a good one. Control-J will allow you to open up your downloads page in a new tab. Google Chrome, those of you who haven't been in Google Chrome yet or downloaded anything, it has actually moved from where it used to auto-populate kind of your left of your screen. Now in Google Chrome, it will create a little arrow in the upper right-hand corner, and your downloads will show up there. But at any time you're downloading anything in Google Chrome, if you just hit that Control-J, it'll open up all of your download pages. So it's a quick way to find your downloads that you've had.
And then Control-P, it opens print options, which is nice because sometimes you don't have that drop down where you can see where you can print whatever it is that you wanted to print.
Mm-hmm. And piggybacking on the last Control-D, which saves your current page as a bookmark, if you do Control-Shift and D, it will save all of your open tabs as bookmarks in a new folder on your bookmark bar. So you don't have to leave 25 tabs open because you didn't get to them yet. You can actually save them and bookmark them.
That's really nice when you're doing research or working on something, or you've been doing a bunch of work in this one field. You can just bring them all together in one nice folder in your bookmark bar, and that's really nice. So I like that one as well. Control-Shift-N will allow you to go right into incognito mode. So if you needed to, look at something that you didn't want to attach to your Google Chrome, that Control-Shift-N will allow you to go right into incognito mode.
Is that blocked for students in district?
Yes, incognito. They can't do incognito.
Okay.
And then the Control W, I haven't actually used this one much. Instead of having to look for the X, click it, and then accidentally close the wrong tab,
Right.
You can actually click Control W, and that'll close your active tab.
Correct.
Nice. This one, I don't often use the page down and page up buttons, but if you use Control and page down or page up, it'll jump between your tabs. So if you want to go left, hit page up, and if you want to go down, right, hit page down with the Control button.
And then one that we all just kind of learned doing some research for the podcast was Control L. You're working inside of Google Chrome and you find something you need, you hit Control L. I used it actually today. I was able to, I copied and pasted something, hit Control L, and then copied it or pasted it right into the search bar. So Control L will snap your cursor right to your search bar in Google Chrome, which is really nice and really can help you save some time.
Nice, especially if you're using a mouse or a touchpad where you can't find where your mouse is.
Correct.
That is kind of nice.
Right.
And then Control M, we've got the minimize your window instead of clicking the little line at the top to minimize. And then you can also do Control R to reload your current page. Instead of having to go up and click the little refresh button, then you can just click Control R.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm loving the keyboard shortcuts. I hate grabbing the mouse and having to do stuff. So if you hit Control, Shift, and the letter M as in Mary, it lets you log in as a different user. So if you have you've got your BCSD login, but you need to get something out of your personal drive. If you hit Control-Shift-M, it'll help you to log in as a different user.
Control H will allow you to pull up your history so that you know that you're working in something, can't remember where it was. Hit Control H, history pulls right up, you can find whatever you're working on. That's a nice one as well.
Especially because in order to find your history, you have to go through multiple clicks to find it. And I always forget where it is. So I like that one. And then my favorite, just to add on to Chrome on a Chromebook, is you can use Control-Alt ? And it'll pop up every shortcut that you can find, which is really nice, especially for students. They can do that as well.
Very cool. So that's it for our Google Chrome. We're going to jump into our Windows keyboard shortcuts. If you want to maximize your window, if you're in Windows, you can use F11, or if you just hit the Windows logo key, we'll just call it the Windows key today to make kind of pick things up, and then hit the up arrow. That will take that window and maximize it to the full screen. So.
And then opening the task view, you can use the logo key in tab, which is kind of nice because if you do, we almost need little GIFs for this, but if you do, let's say Windows and then tab, then it shows all the different windows that you have open or all the different tabs. And it looks a little bit more, I think of it as like when you have like a Mac and you just use your fingers to slide them out.
Sure.
The same kind of a view.
That's nice when you leave from a multiple screen, and you had all your windows. Now, if you hit that, again, Windows key and tab, that'll open up those different screens to find what you're working on when you detach from that multiple screen. So.
It looks like a dashboard almost with tiles. It's super nice. This is one that I use all the time, and it is our, where am I? Windows logo key and the letter D for desktop. It will minimize all of your windows so that you can actually access something on your desktop. And then you just hit it again and it brings all the windows right back up in the same view they were in.
Yep. If you have multiple apps open in Windows, if you hit the Alt key and tab, that will allow you to switch between your open apps that you have in Windows. So that's a nice little quick feature to get through your apps.
That is cool because when you have a lot open, they're layered on top of each other. You have no idea where it is.
Correct.
All right, let's see. And then we've got open the quick link menu, which is just the Windows key plus X. And then locking, I think locking your PC is very nice because if you have to walk away from your computer.
A lot of people forget this one too.
Yes, exactly. You don't want anyone messing with your stuff.
Yes.
You just do the Windows logo and L.
Right. Now, if you've got multiple monitors that you're working from, or if you need to extend your screen onto your smartboard, instead of having to go into settings, you can just hit the Windows key and P, the letter P, and it's going to take you straight into those controls.
Yeah, that's really nice, especially when you're connecting to the smartboard. You want to know if you want to duplicate or extend. That Windows P was that quick, fast way to get to that as well.
So. Yeah, and sometimes that doesn't pop up automatically, so then you have to find it.
Yes. All right, now we're going into our general keyboard shortcuts and word processing or your web browsing, any of that. Everybody pretty much knows Control-C, which allows you to copy, and then Control-V, which allows you to paste. And then, Eileen, you were actually telling us and taught us this one on the next one there, Control-Shift-V. What does that do for us?
Right. So Control-Shift-V is going to take whatever you have copied, and it's going to format in the formatting of the document that you are in. So if you copy something and it's size 26 blue font, but you need it to be in something different in the other one, make sure you hit your Control-Shift-V instead of just Control-V.
And then, of course, if you want to cut something, a lot of people use that, Control-X.
Yep.
But I think our favorite, and I literally say it out loud all the time,
yes.
Control-Z, Control-Z.
Yep.
Undo previous action. So if you do something by accident, like delete your entire document, Control-Z.
Control-Z. We had to do that today in Google Drawings.
Yes.
Yep.
And then anytime you're in any document, you're on a web browser, you're in a spreadsheet, I think that's probably where I would use it the most. Control-F opens up your find bar, type what you're looking for, and then you can go, it'll take you right to where you want to go inside of whatever you're looking for. I think Control-F is a huge time saver. So.
Yes, and you can use that in so many different places. PDFs, I mean, really even just on a web, on a web page, you can use it there as well.
Yep. These are two that I use all the time now that my eyes are not as young as they used to be. Control and the plus sign next to backspace will automatically start to make your screen zoomed in. So just tap it as many times as you need to. And then when you want to shrink it back down, you just do the Control minus key.
And then if you want to select everything, that's just Control A instead of having to like click, drag, try and select everything, just Control A. And then I think one I always forget about it is a Control K where you can insert a hyperlink. So instead of having to click on it, go up to the top, try and find your little button there to click. You can just
I like
Control
that one.
K.
I like Google a lot too. If I'm linking slides inside of a Google slide or anything like that, I think Control K is really nice there as well. Shift Windows and S allows for you to open up your snipping tool. That is a huge one when you're wanting to find something. Just a real quick, fast way to do the snipping tool. And then Eileen also then taught us about what you do once you get that snipping image and how you can get to them.
Right.
So
once there's on Windows, if you hit the Windows key and V instead of Control V, hit Windows V, and it will show you multiple things that you have copied. So your clipboard isn't limited to just one thing, but what you need to know is the first time you try the Windows V, it's going to ask you to activate it. So just tap on the icon that pops up and then copy a few things and then hit Window V, and you're going to see them all lined up, and it'll do text and images, everything. It's fantastic.
And that allows you to like cut a couple of different things instead of going back and forth, which is also very much a time-saving tip, and we appreciate that as well.
That's nice, especially when you copy something and you paste it and you forget that you had copied something afterwards.
Right.
And then you paste the wrong thing I like that.
Yep. Be able to go back and look and see exactly what you need. Perfect. So those are our top time-saving keyboard shortcuts. If there is something that we left out, please make sure you reach out to us and let us know. Or if you're using them or this helped you save some time, please reach out and let us know as well. Make sure that if you're listening on Spotify or anything like that, you're following. If you're in the YouTube channel, that you're also subscribing so that you can get the updates of when new episodes come out. And then also don't forget to check out the show notes. The show notes have, again, the list of all of these shortcuts. So if you can't remember what we said or if you were working on something, what was that shortcut? Again, you got the show notes that you can go to right away and then be able to find that. And then also in the show notes is a link to the Innovation Squadcast PD. We're bringing that back last year. We did it last year and we're doing it again this year. For every 2 episodes that you listen to, fill out a quick Google form. And then you'll be able to get an hour of credit. And that's for any of the podcasts that we've done, where this is our 52nd episode. So there's lots of hours out there, opportunities. If you need that PD credit, please make sure you go ahead and join that inside of Unified Talent as well. And if you need the show notes, again, check the description window or just reach out to our ILC and we'll be more than happy to share them with you. So
I might bookmark this one because
Yes.
I keep on going to look for the
Yes.
other shortcuts we talked about.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, this is definitely one we want to bookmark and keep and have those shortcuts ready to go because we're always yelling at each other. What was that
Yeah.
shortcut again?
Right.
So,
Literally.
and so we hope everybody enjoys the shortcuts. I really appreciate you guys being here. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.